Today I'm going to be talking to you about hockey camps, training camps, or tryouts, or whatever it is. And you get these emails, maybe letters from teams, and your kid gets excited that he's going to go to maybe a junior team. And I want to let people know how it works. So very important to know is all of this is just a money making for the team. So they're fundraising money to pay their trips, their hotels, their equipment, and all of that. Even the coaches get paid. So when you get a letter in the mail or email, what they do is they get your email from one of the big leagues or the associations, and then they'll get maybe 10,000 names and they'll send them out. And luckily, maybe they'll get like 200 kids or 100 kids interested at $400 or $500 a piece, and they'll do these tryouts. They call it a main camp, but really they do about 4 or 5 of these main camps. They don't want to say rookie camp because if people have figured it out, they won't go. So they say, oh yeah, this is our only main camp that we're doing. You're invited. So main thing that you want to know is if they really are interested, they will leave you a phone number in the email, a personalized email saying, call me if you need anything, no hesitations, call me at any time. The other thing they will do is they will verbally call you and talk to you on the phone to see if you're interested, because if it's a real main camp, they gotta have X amount of jerseys. They gotta put the players that are on the team with the billets. So they're gonna see how many are coming back and how many spots are open. Very important to ask how many spots are open on the team. If there's 200 people going for one spot, don't even bother going. What I'm saying is main camp, real main camp, they have about 40 guys, 20 on each team. They'll play games and they'll put them through exhibition. And then from there, they start making the cuts. That's real main camp. Not this thing where they see you for a weekend, they'll see 200 kids. They have no idea who they're watching. That team's already made, trust me. There's only maybe 5-6 spots open. And what they do for that is they'll invite the guys verbally, say, are you coming down? We'd like to see you play. And so they'll have maybe 10 people come out for maybe the 5 spots and they try them out. That's how it works. The other thing is interview. So when you go to a real training camp, main camp, the coach will, or the general manager will invite you into the office. They will want to talk to you. They want to see what kind of a player are you, what kind of a good attitude you have or not good attitude. This stuff that you guys are getting in the mail, what they're doing is they'll just say, come on out and try out. But they don't know personality, if this kid fits on the team or not. They're not trying for that. They're just taking your $400 or $500 and going, bye-bye, I'll see you guys next time. And then they'll invite you again for another one. Instead, what they gotta do, the real legitimate way, is they'll have an exit interview. What that means is when you're done with the tryouts, whether you made it or not, they'll interview you. They'll come up and talk to you. They'll give you an interview on why you didn't make it or what you need to work on. And whether they want you back next year or not. If you're a young guy, young for juniors and maybe you have a future, they'll tell you, hey, look, we're interested, come back next year. They're not gonna leave you hanging, but if you see these camps, what they're doing is they're taking your money. They're not giving you an interview, what to work on, whether they're interested or not. You have no idea. So they just taking your money and they're profiting off of this. Every team is doing this. This is what's going on. So if you get a letter, you need to ask, where did you scout my kid? What did you like about him? What did you not like about him in the games? And which game did you scout him? We want to know. And if they can't answer that, they got your listing from an email from the league or from an association, and they send them out to everybody. So just letting you know how it works. And if they really are interested, you don't pay anything. It's actually free. They will not charge you. So the top leagues, the junior leagues in the US, are free. You pay nothing to play. You might pay for billeting during the season, and some of them have a league, where they don't have billeting. You don't have to pay for living with the family, so they'll team takes care of that, and they take care of your equipment too. They give you sticks, they give you pants, helmet, gloves, all of that. I think you have to buy your own skates, but some teams might even give you skates, but not too many. You might get a deal. But if you see a lot of this where you get a lot of letters, just you got to make the phone call. If there's no phone number, email them back, say, I'd like to verbally speak with you. I want to know a little bit more. So that's what you got to do. So if you don't see a phone number, email them back, ask them a bunch of questions. How did you get my number? Or how did you get our email? And, make sure that they understand that you're not going to come out and just try out so they take your $400 or $500. That there's got to be a little bit more to that. Maybe they have to let you know whether it's a real main camp or not. If they're making the main camp in really early, like June or May, I guarantee there's gonna be another main camp in August or September, because they're already pretty much have their team picked. There's no way they're gonna go into one of these 3-day camps and pick 20 kids. That's just gambling. So what they do is they hand pick the team. They don't really do a tryout where they're picking 20 guys. They'll hand pick all the guys that they want. Look, I've seen this before. I've been through it myself, and I have students, when I teach them, they tell me that the coaches have been bugging them to go. And I had a kid that played in the USHL, and the coach called him like every week, wants him to come out. Every week, the coach is calling him. Finally, I think he decided to go with another league, which was a better situation for him for getting the scholarship. But that's how it works. The coach kept calling him, and if you're not getting that, they need to call you. So the other way to do it. So if this doesn't work, don't worry about that. What you got to do is you have to call the teams yourself. So when you do that, then you really find out there's a main camp. But again, if you call the teams, they're going to invite you to this open camp. You got to think twice, because it is going to cost you to fly out there, hotel, all of that. So you got to be careful how you choose. And if there's maybe a lower league that might fit better for you to get you into the leagues, just so you could play, and then from there move up. Another way to do it, say the season starts, right? No problem. You call the teams during the year. Sometimes they're getting rid of guys during the year, October, November, first 10 games, guys don't fit, they get rid of them. They're always bringing guys in until I think it's until January is the cutoff date. And then after that, the team is set. So you can be joining a team in December, and you just got to make the phone calls at the right time. You kind of look at the standings and see which teams are losing badly. Probably the winning teams are not going to want to change their lineups. They're probably going to keep the same lineups. But you're going to look at the bottom 3 in the divisions, and you're going to see they're losing pretty bad, maybe 5-6 losses in a row. They're going to make some changes. If they don't make changes, most likely the coach will be fired, or the general manager could get fired. So you're going to look for those and call them up, say, I'd like to come out for your team. They might invite you to a practice and see how you fit in or not. So they usually do it that way too. But just be careful. I'm just making this video so parents know. So if you get these emails, to have a follow-up phone call with the general manager or the coach. Forget about the scout. It's the coach and the general manager that make the decision. So I've had students that had scout say, we're interested. And so they go and try out, and nothing happens for them. And even I had one kid, he had a hat trick in a inter-squad game. It's in the North American Hockey League, a hat trick, and he got cut. Anyways, he aged out. He went to Europe. He has a pro contract, and he's playing pro hockey in Germany. So things like this could happen. You just got to know, really, they got to ask, what are you looking for? So you have to know what they're looking for. What kind of style of play are you looking for? What kind of player are you looking for? So you have to ask those questions. So you can put a list of questions together on what you want to ask, and go from there. But I had another kid who was in the same league trying out. He went to the East Coast, and he made a team, but he bought into one of these rookie camps, or main camp, right? And so he didn't go. I told him, don't go to this because you don't want to risk injury. You already made the team in the East Coast. It's a different league. And he said, you're right. So they canceled, but his name stayed on the roster. So I guess the tryout happened. He wasn't even there, but he gets an email from the coach saying, sorry, I missed talking to you. You looked great out there. He wasn't even there, but he said that he looked great out there. It's just a formal letter that they sent to everybody. So this is the kind of scam stuff that goes on with these teams. So you got to be careful. So I'm just warning you, just to let you know how it works. And I see a lot of students every day. So they tell me what goes on, and I give them the same advice I'm giving people out there that don't know me. So just letting you know how it works. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you guys next time.